All right, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to dive into the basics, the fundamentals, the must-have items within your own CRM management, your center of influence, your sphere of influence management. You're going to need some must-have items as well as your platform. How you look after things should have some capabilities that will set you up and create the foundation for your success. Tune into this video so I can walk you through those intro steps.
Here we go now.
Okay, the first tip that I want to talk about is your commitment to this. Many of us, when we deal with business that comes from our sphere of influence, our past clients, our referral networks, oftentimes we'll say and feel like this kind of comes out of nowhere. That because my database is large, that it just organically provides me business. Now, sometimes that is the case. But what I'm here to suggest is step number one is the commitment to making this a systematic, repeatable process. And to do that, you need the commitment to bring all of your contacts into one central location so that everything you get, everything that happens throughout your days, whether it be DMs on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, text messages, emails that come in, phones, people that walk into your office, leads from your brokerage, wherever this comes, step one is a massive, relentless commitment to putting it all into one single spot. Okay, so if you're with me on this, your job right now before anything else is to go through your phone, go through your inbox, go through your notes, your notebook, and go find and curate and bring everything together and start to go through that process. That will be your step one, your powerful step one. Now, another layer to this is you don't need it to be perfect. I don't want you to do it all before you continue to attack your prospecting efforts. But what you will find is as you start to populate your one place, there's going to be no end of gaps in the contact information in your contact records. A lot of people would freak out about the gaps, but I like to flip it on the other end. In my opinion, the gaps is your to-do list. The gaps is a very simple and methodical direction on what you should be doing to gain better control of your database and have the foundation for this revenue for life mindset. Okay, so what is it within your contact record you need to ensure you're pushing towards? The first little bit of this is very simple. First name, last name, of course, email addresses, cell phones, spouse name, number, email address, right? There's going to be a lot of gaps when you start to think about the contact records when it just starts and stops there. The other thing is home addresses. Many of the people that you've sold homes to, right, you have their home address. But there's a lot of people within your database that you may have been to their home, you may have, or you know where they live, or you could find that out. And so many people, when they work through their database management and then they grow their sphere of influence databases, they forget that step. It's a very powerful step. A couple other things I would suggest highly is have a field for their birthday, the spouse's birthday, have a field for their anniversary date for their home purchase. Now here's the thing. If you've got your past clients in there, I'm hoping you already have this. But again, so many of us forget the opportunity that comes with new people that have yet to purchase with us. They bought a home at some certain point, and you, because you're a realtor and you have access to this information, have the ability to go and find that information once you know their address. Would it be impactful if you knew that? Even if you didn't help them 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, that you knew this was an anniversary date, do you think you could use that? 100% you could. One other thing that your CRM needs to have is the ability to make notes about the client. My suggestion for our agents is to be incredibly detailed. Every time you have the opportunity and the honor to speak with your clients, see if you can learn a little bit more about that person, that contact record. And if you do, get it and put it in that note. Because as you pull up that contact record with proper CRM management and a system to do that, you'll be able to pull up this information that we know you won't be able to remember in your mind, but your CRM will tell you, which will help you make yourself look incredibly good in front of your clientele. You want it to be able to log calls, right? You want it to be able to put in the notes based on the call attempts and the messaging that you've had with your client. You need also the system to be able to set to-dos for the future and to label what that to-do is to be all about. Because again, our mind is a scary place, and our job is to ensure that we set ourselves up for future success. And you need your CRM to be able to do that for you. Okay, another thing about all this is once you've pulled everybody into one place and you're religious and relentless on continuing to close the gaps on those contact records, what you're gonna want it to be able to do for you is a few simple things. You're gonna be able to wanna send a text message right from the system. Today, open rates on text messages are significantly higher than answering the phone and of course, emails. Not only are you gonna wanna send a single text message because that's a personal touch that you'll be able to have, but my suggestion is you should be able to send a mass text as well. There's many opportunities through the life of a realtor where a mass text to be able to send a message to the masses is very impactful. You're gonna wanna have that ability within your platform. Another thing is, of course, you're gonna wanna be able to send a single email. The best part of CRMs is not only that you can send a personal email, but you want one that will be able to tell you if the email has been opened, because then you know if your message has been heard and you can build upon your follow-up and your nurturing. Now, on top of that, you want to be able to have mass email capabilities within the platform. You want to be able to send that mass message and incorporate email into it, not just the texting like we talked before. There's going to be many times that this will be very valuable for you, especially if you're putting out new pieces of content similar like this, similar to market update reports, news media reports, things that you may want to pass along to your clients en masse. Your system needs to be able to have that. The other thing I would highly suggest is the ability to be able to create a future automated follow-up plan. Now there's two levels to this. Automation that happens for you. You want your CRM to be able to do that. If there are some future emails and texts that you would like to go out that are general and they make sense to be generalized, you want your system to be able to do that for you and to set that to happen into the future. On top of that, you want your system to be able to tell you what you're supposed to be doing into the future. Again, so in our case, we call these drips, where you would set the stage for the future follow-up. Your system needs to be able to automatically send things as it makes sense to, and we also need it to automatically alert us to take action. That could be a phone call, that could be a pop-by, that could be a text message or an email. But the goal of your CRM is to make it easier for you to do the things that you've created in your business plan long term, to again create revenue for life within your database management. And without going too far, I'm going to end on this element. I would like your CRM, and I would suggest it has the ability to segment your database. Segment your groups of people into an organized fashion. For us as realtors, this could be many things. It could be a group for past clients. It could be a tag or a segment for those that have home addresses. It could be a tag, a segment for, say, out-of-town referrals. Those of our clients that have moved out of town. The goal with this is not to over-segment. That's my major tip. But you want to segment enough where the messaging would be different from group to group. There are times within your nurturing process that you will send a mass message to everybody, information. But there's also many times, if you're doing your database management well, that you want to speak a specific message to a specific group. Your CRM needs to have that ability for you so that it's when you have the great thought and the mindset to take action, that it doesn't feel like a mountainous bit of work to make that happen. You want a CRM that will allow a few clicks of the mouse because your proper segmenting has really set you up for success and efficient workflow. I have this saying that says, it is our duty when we are looking to service our sphere, our center of influence, the people that like and trust us and look to us for their advice. It is our duty to guard and protect them, because I know for me, the people in my database, that there's nobody out there that's going to treat them and respect them the way I would. So in order to do that, in order to set ourselves up for success with that philosophy, you require a system to guard and protect your time so that you can guard and protect them. All right, well, I hope these tips and tricks and suggestions offer you some advice today on how to do and set up your CRM management for success. I'll roll out more things like this into the future, but if you have some questions surrounding this set of topics, please reach out as always, put a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. Thanks again for watching.